So she's going to call you back. And a lot of guys mess this up because they don't understand what is going on. You see, she's supposed to do what she's doing. She's supposed to be ghosting right now. She's supposed to be leaving you undelivered. She's supposed to be doing everything she's doing. She's just being a woman. What she's doing is she's trying to survive. She's trying to find a man that is going to allow her to survive. She's trying to find a man that she knows will be able to provide for her. And how does she do this? Well, she needs to filter out the weak men. How can a woman filter out weak men? She can't check your bank balance. She can't look into the future and see if you're determined and focused and you're achieving your goals and dreams. She can't do all these things. She doesn't know. But here's how she can filter out weak men. She'll test them. What is happening right now is this woman wants to see how weak are you? And your weakness is determined by how emotionally reactive you are. If you react emotionally right now, like you start saying, oh, what's going on? Is everything okay? Hey, haven't texted in a while. Is everything good? You just got to leave it. Because when you do that, she goes, oh, look how emotional he is. Look how upset he is. Just because I didn't text him for a few days or just because I left him undelivered. And you see, she's doing this test subconsciously. She's doing this test to see whether you are a man that's worth staying with. And the kind of man that she's going to stay with is the guy that just says absolutely nothing. See, the best thing you can do right now is absolutely nothing. Don't try to pursue. Don't try to figure out what's going on. Listen, she's fine. I promise you. She's okay. She's in bed right now watching her TV show. She ain't cheating on you. She's not with other guys. Or maybe she is. Nothing you can do about that. You pursuing, you trying to figure things out. You trying to understand why she hasn't texted you. Oh my God, I'm going to lose her. That's exactly why you're going to lose her, because that's the mindset that you're operating off of. You have to understand that this is just a test. And if you pass this test, the reward is fantastic. The reward is you raise attraction. She will be more attracted to you if you pass this test. And you pass this test by doing absolutely nothing. Well, let me tell you why. Because you have to understand why the best thing to do is nothing. If you just don't respond right now, what's going to happen is she's going to look at you as a guy who is okay with being alone, a guy that is okay and abundant with himself. And in fact, forget about being alone. Actually, what she's going to think is she's going to look at you and she's going to go, this guy must get laid so much. This dude must have so many girls on his roster. So many other women must want this guy that he doesn't even care if I don't text him for 3 days or 2 days. He doesn't get jittery. He doesn't panic, nothing. Nothing. He does not care. I want him. Other girls want him. I want him. You know what women don't want? The guy that no woman wants. Women measure attraction with one simple metric. It's not the money you have. It's not your looks. It's not your status. It's what all those things indicate that make those things attractive. So what do those things indicate? Options. The more value you have on all those metrics, the more options you have. Like, for example, girls don't like men who are disrespectful. Like when women say, oh, when people say, oh, women like bad boys. They don't like men who are disrespectful. They don't like guys that are bad. That's not the point. The point is that what those things indicate, being disrespectful, not caring, not texting her all the time, not buying her flowers, indicate lack of care. And lack of care shows abundance. It shows that the guy already gets laid. It shows the guy already has options. What those things indicate is a high amount of options. The same way money, looks, and status indicates a high amount of options. They're not actually attracted to the dollar figure or the car you drive. They're attracted to the fact that you have something that they know shows resources, and resources is something that every woman wants. So when she sees you with money, she knows that other women want what you have, which means other women are attracted to you in spite of what you have, which demonstrates options. That's what makes it attractive, that it demonstrates options. So you got to understand your value and your strength as a man is demonstrated, and it is measured by how many options you have. A man who has all the women in the world, a man who has any option he wants, like he can have any girl he wants. You think that guy would sit there and text her frantically, where are you, what you've been up to, is everything okay? He wouldn't give a shit. He could just replace her with another girl. He does not care. And this is the kind of guy you got to be. You got to come from this frame. Easy. All you got to do is do nothing. Be a man. Go to the gym. Take care of yourself. Focus on your business. This is fantastic. Hallelujah. She's not texting you. Well, what do you want her to text you for? 99% of the time, they text you about absolute crap that you don't even want to hear. You shouldn't even want to hear that. Like, what do you care? Go be a man. This is perfect opportunity. Hallelujah. You can go be a man. You can go to the gym. You can work on your business. You can see another girl. Fantastic. Great. So don't text me. Why are you guys tripping? Stop tripping. You're going to lose the girl because of your reaction. You see, you're literally going to mess things up because of how you're going to react. You're going to get all jittery and reactive and emotional. Let me tell you why this is dangerous. She looks at you and registers you as dangerous for her survival. risky for her survival when you react emotionally, because if you are a man that's controlled by her, right? By her. So you're emotional towards her. Like when she pulls away her attention and her love from you, you get all emotional and reactive. You are a man that's unstable. Because that means if one day she has an issue with something, or one day she decides to nitpick at you, she can break you. She knows that you will emotionally fold. And you know what kind of man loses all of his money? You know what kind of man fails at business? The man that makes emotional decisions, emotional business deals. The man that when he needs to show up every day to make money, decides, you know what, my back doesn't feel right. Oh, you know what? I'm sad about this, or I'm sad about what happened with my girlfriend. And now that's a man that's unsafe. That man that reacts emotionally is a man that is unsafe. You are not going to be able to provide. You are a man that is controlled by what's in between her legs. And she knows that when you react emotionally to anything that she does. That text message is supposed to just be left alone. Leave it alone. Why are you tripping out at all? You need to literally just let it go. And the second she sees you getting reactive, she gets turned off. So this is the thing. You want a woman testing you. And women are going to test you more and more depending on how close they are to your value. This is the thing. If a woman tests you a lot, that means that she views you guys as fairly close in value. So she's really trying to make sure that she can't do better than you. Because see, women are always looking for a reason to leave. They want to optimize for their best life. And they do this by finding a better man. So 24/7, she's looking for a reason to leave you for a better man. If you don't give her a reason, by constantly demonstrating that you have more options than all the other guys that she can talk to, she will stay with you. How do you demonstrate that you have more options than all the other guys that she's talking to? Or any other guys in her DMs or whatever. Maybe she's not even talking to other guys, but she knows she has options. How do you demonstrate that you have more options than all those dudes? Well, you just care less than them. This doesn't mean that when she texts you, you don't text her back. If she initiates, award that good behavior. Don't punish her. But if she hasn't texted you in a few days, why are you getting reactive at all? She doesn't deserve to get a text message from you. You don't need to do any of that. And in fact, it's just going to turn her off. She's going to look at you and she's going to go, he cares so much, he can't even survive 24 hours without texting me. You're a grown ass man. What the hell you need to text her for? What do you need constant communication for? You shouldn't even be communicating over text. Like, you should just be seeing her and that's it. That's when you guys talk. What is this all this texting crap? You know, another thing that guys do all the time? You guys will have like a schedule where you guys FaceTime every single night till 2 in the morning. You think a woman looks at you as safe? You think a man who's going to change the world, or you know what, not even change the world. Let's say as simple as just having enough money to take care of children and provide for a family. You think that man that sits on FaceTime 24/7 is that kind of guy? You think she looks at you and she goes, oh yeah, you're going to be able to provide? That time and attention you give her and that loyalty you give her doesn't ensure her survival. If you give her a man that gives her all the attention and all the loyalty in the world, but he has no resources, she will literally die. So it is impossible for her to be attracted to that attention that you give her. It's impossible. Impossible for her to be attracted to loyalty because these things don't ensure her survival. She can only be attracted to what ensures her survival because that's what attraction is for, to ensure that the woman, okay, chooses a man that is able to provide for her so that reproduction can happen. When you do all that pursuing and she sees how much you care, she just is absolutely turned off by you because all that stuff that you're doing, flowers, taking her out all the time, quitting going to the gym because she decided, I want to go out tonight. All that stuff is emotional. If you had a bunch of options and you could replace her easily, you would never do any of these things. You wouldn't care. You would just do whatever the hell you wanted to do. And that's the kind of man that she's going to choose. You see all these things that women say they want: loyalty, flowers, FaceTime calls 24/7, a best friend in a man. They don't want any of those things. And they end up with the guy that doesn't give them any of those things. And then they go, I don't know what's wrong with me. How did I end up with this guy? But I love him so much. And she's like obsessed with that dude. And that dude's probably cheating on her. Why? Because that guy cares less than the dude that's loyal. And the guy that cares less has more options. And the more options you have, the more value you have. Because the more value you have, the more options you have. So it's the same goddamn thing. Make this something that you understand this, internalize this. Don't text her back. Leave it alone. And this is the thing. If she's ghosted you and she's not going to text you back, you never had a chance in the first place. There's nothing you can do here. Nothing. You just got to accept that. Because you pursuing her at all only pushes her away. Because you can only chase something that is above you. And if you position her as above you by chasing her, That's not gonna be it. That's not attractive. That's not attractive. That's you chasing her away. That's you pedestalizing her. It's anything but attractive. It's unattractive. So it makes it even worse. The best thing you can do is absolutely nothing.